right, I had to go put on some long sleeve shirts because the mosquitoes are out. The minute I said, let's get started, is when I looked at my arm and saw the mosquito. So I'm going to start over here in the left corner. Unbelievable. Don't want to step on my melons. The garden, start pulling all these weeds. My veggie bed looked like crap. Worst side with the crabgrass. That side over there has those other weeds that just pull up out the ground. So I'm glad I started over here. Jeez Louise. Getting a little harder to see where this is growing from. So I just started digging into the rocks and pulling up, trying to get the whole root system. There is, I think Captain Jack's makes a dead weed brew that's organic. I may start using that here in the garden if I can't get, clearly I can't get all of the roots up, so I need a way to kill them completely, the crabgrass. Hopefully it works on that. I'm not sure how selective it is. Friends, with that, I'm going to take a break, get some lunch, then come back and pull the weeds on the other side of the yard, and I should be able to come and pull the stuff out the beds that's dead, because that side of the yard won't take nearly as long. Whew. Take a break. Hey guys, how's it going? As you can see, it's another day I'm working in the veggie garden. It got hot, we had to stop, it's rained, it's been 90 some odd degrees, so it's still hot today. I think it's like 93 degrees, but we're gonna try and get some things done in the garden. It's part shade in here right now, so we'll try and stay in the mostly shade part and work our way through. So what I'd like to do today is trim up the pluot trees. We've got to clean the fountain because it's still not functioning. It needs to be cleaned, and then possibly start sowing our cool crop veggies in the beds. We'll see if we get to that, but anyway, let's work on finishing this cleanup. All right, first thing first, let's take a look. This tree that the first one anyway, that we'll prune up. Here it is from the bottom all the way to the top. And what we want to do, so fruit trees are typically productive, waist high, maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10. I guess it depends on the tree, but doing my research, that's what I found out about these plum and pluot trees. And so I am going to work on trimming at that level. So I'm going to make some cuts here at the bottom. Need to determine where they are, but clearly the branches down here at the bottom, get a little closer so you can see clearly those shouldn't be here. They're too low to the ground, I believe. And this one right here, that one right there, that should not be there. We need to take some of this out. We also need to prune out some of the inner workings because it's too bushy on the inside. So a lot of those will just come out so that we'll have a bold type prune. There is a lot of insect damage on the tree. Japanese beetles. Let me see if I can find a leaf. You guys see that? Pretty much had a feast on this tree. And then we want to top it at about, I'm going to try and keep it 6, 7, maybe 8 foot. However tall I am, when I get on the step stool, I think I'm going to cut there. Same goes for this tree. This tree's a little different. It's pruned different, shaped differently. The bottom I love. You see on this tree, It's got a good trunk, and I think I'll just thin out the middle so we can get some sunlight coming into the middle of the tree. And then up there, again, I'm gonna try and top it maybe about 8 feet, make some header cuts there. So that's the goal. Let's see what we can actually get done. Let's get started. I'm gonna try and work on this side of the tree, because this is where the shade is. It's hot, even in the shade. I feel like I'm complaining every video, but if you guys live in an area where the temps are always hot, even though we know it's always hot, doesn't stop us from complaining at all. All right, I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. I've got one of these pruner tools. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Just take that off. These are my fall gold raspberries. Trying not to trample over those. They should be on the trellis since this is encroaching upon it. I think I can shape it so that I can have both, you know, one right next to the other. I'll cut that. All right, let's look at the back of the tree. See what I can find. Got that. This one heading straight toward the fence. So, heck, it looks better already. Now, these are coming out. It's almost like I have a bowl on the outside, and then I've got all of this in the middle going straight up. I want to thin that out. I'm just examining the structure a little more. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So guys, it's almost like this tree has 4 main trunks. It's like this one, there's this one, and you guys see the trunk is right there, right? Then I have these 2. This is one, trying to get closer so you guys can see. So this is one, but then there's this one that's separate, and this is rubbing. So one of these has to come out. And then I need, there's another trunk there. So there's 4. Question is, which of these am I going to pull out? And I'm trying to look up and trace where everything is, where everything's coming from. So that's what I'm looking for, so I can see which one of those I'm going to cut. And when I make that cut, it'll be down here. Safety first, turn that off while not in use. If I cut that one, what's that do? But if I cut this one in the middle, I'm taking out the one in the middle. I want to open up the middle anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. Hello, butterfly. Come on back so I can put you in the video. Well, he's still here, but he's all the way up there. He's shy. Oh yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get him, but okay. If he comes back over here, I'll try so you guys can see him too. It's a hummingbird and a butterfly. You guys see what's happening to me right now in my garden? Fabulous. I'll put you guys back down. Okay. So I've taken out those 2 from the middle. I'm going to take out this innermost branch. Take a look. Make a cut. Step back. Take a look. Okay. This side, I'm going to cut. Taking him out. Okay. Oh, that's looking better. See, now you can see some sunlight inside. I've got branches crossing right here. I'm going to take him off. You don't want branches crossing. They'll rub up against each other and create disease in your tree, in your bush. It doesn't matter. You don't want that happening. This is going straight up in the air. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut him. Remember, we're aiming for a bowl shape or even a vase. I need the middle to be open so that sunlight can reach the branches and the fruit in the middle. And all these little ones, if they're coming toward the middle, they got to come out. This one's crossing. I'm going to cut that off. I'm contemplating one more in the middle. This is heading the wrong direction. We're going to cut that. Oh, ooh, I got watermelons. Okay, don't get distracted. Okay. Distracted. Heading straight towards the gate. Now, there's a lot going on up in here. Let me I'll grab the camera so you guys can see what I see here too. Let me show you guys. Okay, on this side of the tree, towards the back, in here, there's a couple of branches. It's pretty crowded. I'm contemplating taking this one out. If you follow that up, it's the only one sitting dead smack in the middle of the tree, and we want that open. So this one will probably come out. Here, I've got a branch. This one is rubbing against this one. And if I wiggle that, I don't know if you guys can see, but all of that right there is tied to this big branch I've got here in my hand. So do I want to take out this one or this tiny one? That one's definitely coming out. I need to investigate further. If I remove this, what happens? Let me go that. Oh yeah, I'm removing that one. Okay. Do I need to remove the whole thing? Yes, because on the smaller one, it's rubbing. I'm really thinking hard about this, you guys. I might be sacrificing some fruit production, but I don't know. But I know if it's crowded and if it's rubbing, it's no good. So here's one I know I said I was going to take out. Let me just go ahead and take that one out. That looks way better. And then you can see that cluster of what I'm dealing with in the middle. Okay, well, I'm just going to check it out. I'm a growing and learning gardener. And to be clear, I haven't taken out all of the stronger stems. I'm not. I am taking out things that look like they're creating problems for the rest of the tree. I have to clean up that cut. And so I think the last thing to consider is what's happening right here. Butterfly is back, coming into the center. I'm going to take that out. I think I'm going to just take out the smaller one in the middle. Just make a decision and go with it. Have you guys pruned plum trees or pluot trees? What's been your experience? Am I totally messing this up, or is it I'm doing okay? I'm trying to take my time and do it. Let me know in the comments, because if you guys have done this before, I need you to impart some wisdom on me. I probably should have asked you that before I started this, but you know, hey. All right, I think that is good for the heading cuts, right? Now I probably need to thin out some more. Well, no, it's not it for the heading cuts. I got to get to the top. I don't want the tree this tall. So remember I was saying, however far I can reach on the step stool is what I'm going to cut. That's what I'm going to cut. 6. Let's start towards the fence. At least I know that's 6 feet. 7. Okay, make sure nothing's going to move. This is sick. You're not supposed to reach up and cut. So guys, don't do that. I'm just looking for a node and cut. I will put something else right here. I'll cut that, you know, whenever I end up putting something there, but not right now. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. How am I? Okay. Turn this off. Much better. Much better. So glad this is done. It's been bothering me. Sorry, standing straight in front of the camera. I see branches that are just almost wrapping around this trunk, so I'm removing them down here. Thinning this out. Getting rid of the junk in the middle. Anything coming to the middle of the tree, you don't want it. Just thin that out. Everything should be exiting the trunk to the outside of the tree. And then I think I'm gonna get rid of this little stuff down here still. It's all kind of sap down here. Anything else? All right, guys. All right, what do you think? That's so much better. Here, now you can see it than it was. There's light coming into the middle. We did some heading cuts to lower the height. We did some thinning cuts to get some light into the middle of the tree. And we cleaned up the trunk. So much better. Let's do a before and after right here. And now, short little intermission. We still have tree number 2 to attack over there. It's not going to be as bad as that one was. That one looks much simpler, so. But I still need a break. It's hot. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. At least I think I'm back. Because I don't even know where to stand. Because of where we are in the yard, I can't get the best angle to show you guys. But here's the second pluot tree that we need to trim. It's about midday, and the cicadas are cicading, and it's very loud. So, we are back. This is the other pluot tree. Not the best time of day to be filming, but I had to wait for it to cool off some, guys, because it's It's ridiculously warm. Anyway, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to head this off probably about a good 2 to 3 feet from where it's at right now, down this way. We're going to get rid of any branches that are crossing each other, inside the tree. Clean out the middle so that we can make sure it's all got airflow and sunlight. And that'll be it. This tree will be a lot easier. It doesn't have as much on the inside. Yeah, glad I left this one for last. It does need some iron. All right, so let's get started. Hopefully this will go very quickly. So that's it. Let's see if we can't get far enough back. Maybe do a before and after. I don't know how well you guys can see the tree. All right, guys, that'll do it. Can you see me? That'll do it for today. I am done pruning these pluot trees, which was the main thing I wanted to get done. I'm not gonna have enough time to plant anything in the bed to sow any seeds for the cool season crops. I'm tired. If I garner up some more energy to do that, I'll do that. But other than that, that'll be it. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and make sure you guys comment. I did ask you a question about the fruit trees you have in your yard and whether or not I did this correctly, or if you've got experience doing pruning, then please impart your knowledge on me. Gardening is an evergreen process. You're always learning, always learning, always learning. Now, I appreciate your support. We'll see you later. Bye.